Here's why I don't call it work-life balance. In fact, I have a bone to pick with work-life balance. It conveys the wrong end goal, which is that we're somehow supposed to have this magical equilibrium between our work life and our home life. And that treats us as dissociated people. We're whole people that happen to work and that also have lives outside of work, I should hope. So even this idea about work-life integration, which is like the step up from work-life balance, also conveys that we now have this blending of our working and our life, our personal life, in a way that is also unhealthy for me. It's not sustainable to be totally integrated with your work and be, working in between breakfast and lunch with your kids. I've tried it. COVID made me do it. It's absolutely hideous. Healthy boundaries are very important to sustainable leading and to leading from your best self. And so is clarity about what's important to you and how are you organizing your time and designing your life where you're able in support of that vision. So work-life balance to me, wrong goal. Work-life integration, also not healthy and sustainable. For me, wholeness at work is the answer, which is how do I be my whole human self, no matter what context I'm in, and show up with intention, with values, and with healthy boundaries. So I'm monitoring and managing my own well-being so I can be my best over the long haul. So I think a common misconception with work-life balance is that there is this evenness between our work life and our personal life. And so for some people that might look like, well, I go to work at 10 and I come home at 4 and then I'm all personal life and that's it. And there's this really strict demarcation. And if you can do that, absolutely incredible. What I found is wholeness at work gives us more flexibility throughout stages of our life. So for instance, when I was getting married, I don't know if anybody else has planned a wedding. It is insane. It was a whole second job. And I was lucky enough to work with a team that gave me the grace where I could pull back a little bit on my work schedule and attend to some real personal needs. In COVID time, similarly, I really, truly probably only worked 50% of the time as I navigated raising 2 preschoolers with no help and a full-time business. And then other times, I think this is where we often don't realize that other times of our life, we are so stimulated and motivated by meaningful work that actually it feels incredibly fulfilling and energizing to give 14 hours a day to the work that you're pursuing. I know some healthcare leaders and some founders who are at that stage of growth where they just are enlivened by the work they're doing. And to me, that is wholeness at work. It's not about how much time you spend. It's not about the specifics and a balancing, but it's about lining up with the work you're doing and the energy and ways in which you're working that can maximize your own sense of well-being and sense of purpose.